Hello, Polish the Best for UK here. This is a game I've always enjoyed and I always install on most computers I own. Return to Castle Wolfenstein by ID Software, a game that was released a long time ago, probably around about 2001ish, 2002. I remember back in the day it ran quite good on my Athlon, my Duron 700 megahertz socket A based 462 PC. This is it running on a Ryzen machine. The game actually runs perfectly fine on Windows 10. You don't have to download a GOG version or a Steam version or anything like that. You can just use the original CD-ROM version and it runs perfectly fine on Windows 10 as far as I can tell. This is a game running captured directly using the Windows 10 game bar. Sorry, I haven't been using that. That's a mistake. I've been using OBS, should I say, not Windows 10 game bar. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, the reason for this video, I thought I'd show you something I've been playing with today. You might have played with it yourself, but this is the first time I've ever played with it, and it's the NoClip setting from the console. Sometimes you have to put a prior command to enable a cheat before this happens, but yeah. This is a NoClip, and so you can just go wherever you want, walk through the out of the boundaries of the game world. And because I've never used this before on this game, and I thought it was quite interesting. Some of the places you can actually go that are out of bounds. If we go through here, go through this corridor here, there's a locked door near the start, and this takes you, not that one. Sorry, there is a locked door near the start. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. If you just go underneath the floor, just completely blank world there. You can sort of see how this is a locked door I was talking about, and I've never been in this door before, but there must be a way to access it because there's a little bit of animation, unless I decided to not keep that in the game. I presume you can go through this door at some point, and it sort of takes you to the spiral staircase that's later on in the game, so I presume you can go back to that door. It's interesting how it's connected to that first door. And yeah, okay, so yeah, outside in the courtyard here, and you can go all the way up, and sort of the game starts to slow down even on really fast hardware when you start to go out of the game's boundaries, probably because the game engine starts to suffer a bit, because you're not supposed to do that. But it's interesting to see how the game is designed, because all these walls obviously look solid in the game, but they're nice and flat textures to keep the data of the game low. The bits you can't see, like the other sides of walls and stuff, obviously that's there because so the processor and the game engine doesn't struggle. There's no need to paint walls on the other side, etc. So just like most 3D games, like first person games, when you do a NoClip, the game looks a lot more primitive than you would think when you sort of see like what it looks like through the walls and how the game is designed. But yeah, it's quite cool actually. You can go anywhere you want with this NoClip setting, and it's quite fun with a mouse and the WSA and D keys, and just see where you can go. You can go really high as well, and the game sort of darkens down as you get to this height for some reason. Maybe it's just the way that the sort of game engine works. It's nice to see the horizon with no other scenery. You can like look at it well. Okay, now returning back to the castle, and you can sort of see there's a texture there, but it disappears. See that? Just disappears like that, so I'm not sure what that's about. Let's try turning NoClip off in the outer boundaries section and see what happens. So if I I just need to return back up to the environment again. You can see how there's now walls everywhere, so it's sort of like a transparent looking place when you look at it from below. Let's try turning off NoClip here and see what happens. Sometimes with certain games this can cause a game to crash, but let's see what happens with this one. So bring up the console, turn it off, and sorry, I typed that in wrong now. So okay, the game hasn't crashed, we can still walk about. We're in an outer boundaries area here in the trees that you're not supposed to be able to get to. Yeah, that looks like a big drop, so there's no way you can really go because you can't jump high enough to climb the hill. But yeah, sort of interesting. Let's turn it back on again, and let's go up here a bit more. See, yeah, so fly up here, let's have a look, see what, all this area is out of bounds, you should not be able to be here. Obviously the NoClip allows you to do so. I'm guessing when the game developers were using their game editing software to design the levels, they sort of used a similar thing to NoClip. Obviously on the designing computers, not the game itself. On top of a roof with NoClip off, and I can't move anywhere. So yeah, let's put NoClip back on and let's have another look around the world. So go as high as we can. Let's try turning off NoClip when we are sky high. See if there's a sense of gravity in the engine, which there is. We are falling down, and at this point the game seems to just like fall forever, so there's not much else that happens here. So I thought all that was interesting. I thought I'd just make a quick video on it. And what did you think? Do you fancy trying it out? Let me know in the comments. The cheat is you bring up the console, and which is a tidal key I believe, and it's just NoClip is a cheat. So thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.